President Reed, Dean Connell, members of the Board of Trustees, officers of the university, deans and administrators, guests of honor, members of the faculty, candidates for graduation, and their family and friends. Welcome to the 154th Annual Commencement of Loyola University Chicago and the 8th Annual Commencement of Arrupe College. As we begin, I'd like to draw your attention to the university's land acknowledgement statement on page 2 of your program, honoring the heritage of the grounds we walk. Now, will everyone who is able please stand and join Ms. Madeline Rose Morrison in the singing of the national anthem. We ask that you remain standing until after Michael Peterson of Society of Jesus and lecturer in environmental studies gives the invocation.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good afternoon. It is an honor to be here with all of you. We are here today because of the hard work and determination of our Arrupe graduates. We are here because of the support given to them by Arrupe faculty and staff, family, and friends. We are here because we are created and nurtured by a loving God who deeply desires to be in relationship with all of us. Let us pray to our God. Dear God, to you we give the highest praise and gratitude for this day and for these Arrupe College graduates. Through your Son, Jesus, you have taught us how to love, how to forgive, how to persevere. You show us how to be courageous and hopeful. Help us to draw closer to your Son, Jesus, and to continue to love ourselves and others the way he does. We ask you to bless these graduates and all of us present. Embrace us with your loving mercy and tenderness today and forever. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Professor Peterson. Will everyone please be seated? It is now my pleasure to present Reverend Martin Connell of the Society of Jesus, Dean of Arrupe College.
President Reed, Provost Woods, fellow deans, members of the Board of Trustees, esteemed faculty and staff, honored guests, and most importantly, our remarkable graduates, welcome to this momentous occasion. Today we gather to celebrate your achievements, your perseverance, and the bright futures that lie ahead. You know, as a Jesuit institution, we pride ourselves on fostering not only academic excellence, but also the values of service and justice and compassion. Your years at Arrupe College have been a journey of growth in so many facets. You faced challenges with courage and have emerged stronger and more resilient. You've embodied the Jesuit ideal of being men and women for and with others. As you step into the next chapter of your lives, carry forward the light of knowledge, the warmth of community, and the spirit of generous giving. My hope is that you continue to seek truth, promote justice in your communities and in the world, and serve with compassion. We're incredibly proud of each one of you, and we look forward to seeing the positive impact you will undoubtedly make in the world. And now to our program.
With pleasure, I present Faiza Feroz Khan, candidate for the degree Associate of Arts, Social and Behavioral Sciences, who will offer some remarks on behalf of the student community of Arrupe College.
Good afternoon. Thank you for the introduction, Dr. Rhodes. Also, thank you to Dr. Reed, Father Tom, Father Connell, Dean Boyle, Dean Keys, Dean Tay, Dean Sarah, wherever you are, Joe, and to Nicole. Finally, I also want to thank our family members and friends and the faculty of Arrupe College, especially my family who flew all the way from Burma to celebrate with us today. I am so very honored and humbled to be standing in front of you all today on behalf of our graduating students and sharing some of my experiences over these past few years. I can't believe how quickly time has gone. It feels like it was yesterday when we got our emails from the admission office to come pick up our Rambler card and prepare for our college orientation. Suddenly, there were so many changes in all of our life each day. For me, this was especially true because I had just moved far away from my family in Burma or Myanmar. When I say changes, I mean things like moving from the tropics to Chicago cool weather, eating food that is not home cooked, and just the challenges of independence, and suddenly doing everything on my own. Maybe some of you can relate. When I started at Arrupe, I felt unprepared. Growing up, I thought only people who were exceptionally smart, like the young Sheldon Coopers of the world, are able to achieve and aim high in this life. And that wasn't me. I'm just an average kid who failed her math class in elementary school and was bullied by other kids. These experiences made me believe that going to a nice college and studying things like nursing, medicine, and law, it was only for others. Once I got here, I realized I was wrong. Another new thing I discovered after arriving to Arrupe was that in America, people talk more about issues of mental health. Growing up, there was a lot of stigma and some bad stereotypes in my home country about mental health. Some people even believe the idea doesn't exist. Because of being raised with this mindset, when I started having depression and anxiety, I didn't think anyone else could understand what I was going through. It's hard. even for me to explain all of you the feeling of helplessness. I didn't even want to wake up or face the wall. When I went back home every day after school, I felt so lonely from inside, like there was no one who could hear me out or really get me. I was still surrounded by all my friends and family, living their life, laughing and smiling as usual. But I became very conscious of being in groups. Because if I started to break down, I needed a plan of where I could go to cry. Like a lot of you, I had a lot on my plate. I was going to college, plus working, plus all the usual adulting every day. It was a lot of effort to just act like everything was okay when it definitely was not. I kept smiling and being bubbly, giving energy to people around me to kind of overcompensate, but this was extremely exhausting for me. I just wish that I could find some magic solution or person who could make everything better. Luckily, that wish came true when I met two individuals. Our very own social worker from Arrupe, Nicole Samida, and Loyola Muslim chaplain, Professor Omar Muzaffar. Nicole talked to me and really listened, hearing me out, and teaching me how to navigate my feelings, eventually helping me to get through my severe depression and anxiety. Professor Muzaffar helped by telling me this wonderful story. When the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, went through his year of depression, Allah, God, didn't tell him that his faith was too low or that he wasn't praying enough or that he hated him. Instead, Allah told him to stop and to look at the sun and the sky and to feel the warm presence of hope all around him. Allah also told him that he didn't hate him and hadn't abandoned him, but instead reassured him. The words that I received from these two lovely people felt like a much-needed hug. I know for each student in this room, there were people like that in your life too. People you wouldn't be here today without. I would like us to thank all the people who have supported us. Can we please give those people a round of applause? I felt like I needed to share my story with people because it might help others. If you feel like I did, then it's important to break those feelings down and remind yourself what I'm experiencing now is because of all that I have gone through. You know, if we have fever, we take antibiotics, right? If we have a sore throat, we take cough drops. So we should also properly take such care when it comes to our mental health. If a person who went through all that can stand right in front of you, getting a degree and going to nursing school, you all can do it and make it happen too. Remember that bully girl who failed math in elementary? Well, I went on to become a math fellow, tutoring others. I'm sure many of us have had such stumbles and failures along the way too. But here we all are now celebrating together today. And having finished our journey, it's only right that we take opportunity to thank all of the folks at Arrupe, including our dearest staff and professors, for helping us to be a better version of ourselves. The word thank you can be enough to describe all of our gratitude towards these people. because they have altered our perception by reinforcing the value this institution stands by. Arrupe provided us with strong academic, financial, mental health, and housing support, as well as other kind of resources like the Arrupe market or finding jobs and internships. Not only that, our Arrupe family has always shown immense support towards our faith and religion. During our 2 years, some of us formed our very first Arrupe Muslim Student Association. It may seem like a small act of service to have a club, but it was impactful to many students across the campus. Also, I want to thank Syed, Saida, Shreya, and Tim for always being so supportive and patient and making me feel away from home. Arrupe College is more than a 2-year institution. It's a safe space for all of us, the place where we're seen and heard. And we can and will always feel like we're home. Today is not an end, but the beginning of another chapter in all of our life. This is a celebration and a huge milestone for all of us, because wearing these caps and gowns and receiving these degrees as first-generation college students has long been a dream for most of us. Now it's a dream that we have all fulfilled, and today we stand here inspired to dream even bigger and to stand proud of our personal and academic accomplishments. Thank you all, and once again, congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Faiza, for sharing your personal journey to and during your time at Arrupe. It is now my pleasure to welcome back Dean Connell, who will introduce our commencement speaker, Jose R. Rodriguez.
It's an honor to introduce a great friend of Arrupe College, Jose Rodriguez, as our commencement speaker today. Mr. Rodriguez is the director of the Community Capital Portfolio at the Robert R. McCormick Foundation, where he leads efforts to foster economic vitality in communities through strategic investments. This work is part of a trajectory of his life that is aimed to assist first-generation students like himself by helping to create talent pipelines and educational opportunities. You know, the servant of God, Jesuit Father Pedro Arrupe, the namesake of our college, insisted that the lives of graduates of Jesuit universities should be marked by their generosity and commitment to solidarity by being men and women for and with others. Mr. Rodriguez, a graduate of Loyola University Chicago's Quinlan School of Business, has exemplified this, whether in his work at Cristo Rey or at Christ the King, or at the Daniel Murphy Scholarship Fund, or his present work at the McCormick Foundation. He has been generous in sharing his wisdom and experience with us at Arrupe College during his tenure on the advisory board. Jose Rodriguez's generosity and his dedication and his accomplishments make him an inspiring figure. So please join me in welcoming him to the podium.
President Reed, Provost Woods, Dean Connell, faculty and administrators, family and friends, and of course, the Arrupe College graduating class of 2024, thank you for this invitation. It is an honor to join you on such a significant day to celebrate all that you have achieved. Your focus, determination, resilience, and faith have brought you here today. Congratulations. I'd like to recognize my wife, Patricia Avila Rodriguez, who's here with us today. She is a proud alumna of another Jesuit institution, St. Ignatius, and our son, Joseph Rodriguez, who's here, who attends Old St. Mary's. Joseph, I've shared with you that a long time ago, in another lifetime, I was a radio DJ, so I hope I make you proud with today's speech. I also want to acknowledge my parents and what they mean to my siblings and me, because we know what that means to you. Your families mean so much in terms of where you are today and where you're going. My mother, Margarita Natal, of Puerto Rican descent, arrived in Chicago at the age of 15, and my father, Jose Rodriguez Sr., who arrived in Chicago in 1955 at the age of 7 from Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico. We lived in Little Village for 25 years, and we're still proud to go back to the community of Little Village. Neither my mother or father finished high school. Like many of our families, they worked incredibly hard to create opportunities for their children. My mother worked as an office clerk for the Social Security Administration for 30 years, and my father was a truck driver. My parents embodied faith, hope, hard work, and self-determination. My mother was a catechism teacher, youth leader, and after retirement, a chaplain at Mount Sinai Hospital, offering prayers, conversation, reading, and companionship to the sick and the lonely. When my father wasn't making deliveries overnight, he worked in our garage as a neighborhood mechanic, taking on extra jobs to support our family. I wouldn't be where I am today without their love and their sacrifice. It was worth acknowledging all that they've done for our family. Today, as we gather to celebrate your achievements and look forward toward your bright future, it is the ideal moment to reflect on who we are and who we aspire to be. As American essayist, philosopher, and poet Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be." Again, the only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. This powerful statement underscores the essence of personal responsibility and highlights the importance of the choices that we are making every single day. These choices will shape who we are, where we are, and who we aspire to be. The decisions you have made during your lifetime have brought you here today and will profoundly influence your future. And I have to say, job well done. While reflecting on personal responsibility, the choices we make, and who we want to become, it becomes evident that while we are in control of our decisions, the people we surround ourselves with shape our thinking, our worldview, and our potential. As bright leaders, you too will shape the thoughts, worldview, and potential of many others in your lifetime. It is an important responsibility. And so I'm reminded of 3 Jesuit communities that for nearly 25 years profoundly influenced and shaped my thoughts, my worldview, and my potential. These were places where faith and kindness, optimism, hard work, they were the cornerstones of our culture. They were instrumental in helping me appreciate the person I aspire to be. I was blessed to spend 17 years working at both Cristo Rey Jesuit High School in Pilsen and at Christ the King Jesuit College Prep in the Austin community. I often see alumni from both schools in downtown Chicago, at local parks, at the grocery store, and I'm proud to see what they've accomplished. But more than that, I'm incredibly proud to know that they are good people who are making this world a better place, just like you. I enjoyed 3 intellectually stimulating years at the Quinlan School of Business at Loyola University, Chicago, earning my master's in business administration, which created opportunities to grow professionally while meeting so many wonderful and inspirational people. I met one of my best friends during my time at Loyola, Matt Pollack. And while he's now in Washington, D.C., we continue to meet, celebrate life's milestones such as marriages, birthdays, and the birth of our children. I proudly served on the Arrupe College Board of Advisors for 6 years. Some of the most memorable experience for me were the conversations with students at the beginning of those board meetings. It was during these meetings that we learned about your favorite classes, exciting internships, the challenges of balancing school with other responsibilities, the enriching summer programs you participated in, but your love for the incredibly supportive community at Arrupe stood out. In my 25 years of Jesuit education, my colleagues, classmates, and the students we served were called to embody the values that were characteristic of what Jesuit high schools define as the graduate at graduation. These 5 values shaped who we strive to be, and I share them with you today, and you may already be familiar. Be open to growth, religious, intellectually competent, loving, and committed to justice. And I think it's important to highlight someone from the south side of Chicago whom I admire and respect and who I believe embodies the values of the graduate at graduation, because you do too. His name is Carlos Nelson, and he's the Chief Executive Officer of the Greater Auburn Gresham Development Corporation on Chicago's South Side. Carlos and his devoted colleagues like Linda and Norma continually seek bold ideas to expand opportunities for residents on Chicago's South Side. Carlos and his colleagues dream big, launching a community center offering high-quality education, health, and workforce development programs for the community. Carlos and his team are also bringing in a renewable energy and urban farm campus to the community, greenhouses, and an outdoor marketplace for the neighborhood. For this catalytic initiative, where they created spaces of opportunity and are improving the lives of thousands in the neighborhood, they were awarded the $10 million Chicago Prize. And the reason why I mention that in that example is because many of us here today are from the south and west sides of Chicago, and you have bold ideas, and we're going to rely on you for innovation and to make our world a better place, and we can't wait to see all that you're going to accomplish. Carlos's commitment to innovation and excellence, his thoughtfulness, his intense curiosity, passion for the community, and the pursuit of a purpose beyond himself, are the defining characteristics of the graduate at graduation. Like Carlos, as leaders in our city, you too will be challenged to think boldly, lean on your faith, and pursue a purpose beyond yourself to help others. These qualities are desperately needed in a world that we know is increasingly divisive and requires more empathy, kindness, and understanding. So, as you leave today, graduates of Arrupe College of Loyola, graduates of a school in the Jesuit tradition, I encourage you to embody the characteristics of the graduate at graduation: religious, open to growth, intellectually competent, loving, and committed to justice. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Let's reflect on that as I say, congratulations. We wish you well. Our prayers are with you. We are counting on you, and we cannot wait to see all that you will accomplish. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez, for sharing your story and your inspiring words to our Arrupe graduates. All right. The candidates for the Associate of Arts degree will now be presented. Father Martin Connell, Dean and Executive Director of Arrupe College, will make the recommendation to the President, who in turn will confer the degrees. I would like to invite President Reed and Dean Connell to the center podium.
Will the candidates for the Associate of Arts degree please rise?
That's you.
President Reed, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree Associate of Arts The candidates have fulfilled all the requirements for their degree, and I recommend that the degree be conferred upon them.
Candidates, upon the recommendation of the Dean of Arrupe College and its faculty, and by the authority granted to Loyola University Chicago by the state of Illinois, and granted to me and delegated to me by the Board of Trustees of this university, I am so pleased to confer upon you the Associate of Arts degree for which you have been recommended, and as a sign of your new academic status, please move that tassel on your hat from the right side to the left side. Congratulations.
The candidates for the degree Associate of Arts will now come forward to be recognized by name as directed by the marshals. Ms. Catherine Nissen, clinical professor, will read the names of the graduates. Friends and families, please remain in your seats and hold your applause until all the degrees have been recognized, so that each candidate's name may be heard by their family and loved ones. Guests are not permitted on the auditorium floor or near the stage. Professional photographers are taking photos of the graduates, and these photos will be available to you in the coming days. Thank you for your cooperation.
Receiving the degree Associate of Arts in Business Administration, Lily Leticia Lemus. Kaylee Hernandez. Sylvia J. Gramajo. Betsabe Gil Ruiz. Robert David Flores. Fabian Cuellar. Antonio Enrique Avalos. Christopher Argueta Villa. Eileen Abarca. Nikolai Alexander Zidovedinsky. Orlando Talumbre. Yamilek Celine Salgado Alvarado. Sohail Nazari. Julissa Nava Rodea. Darlene Ramirez. Carmen Mora Nieto. Lucero Mejia. Favor Mamadou. Vanessa Ruby Ramirez. Let us now congratulate the Business Administration graduates. Receiving the degree Associate of Arts in Liberal Arts, Alondra Evelyn Luna Lopez. Madeline Luna Rodriguez. Lisbeth Lemus. Jonathan Larby, cum laude. Giancarlo Herrera, cum laude. Yamilet Montserrat Hernandez, cum laude. Miguel Angel Granados. Yesenia Luz Estremara. Itzel Diego. Emily Michelle Cortez. Brenda Castillo, cum laude. Esmeralda Avila Marquez. Maybelline Aguilaro. Andy Joan Acosta Ortega. Atsiri Valbuena, summa cum laude. Erica Ramirez, cum laude. Krishan Pinkins, summa cum laude. Michelle Rosario Peña Martinez. Ariana Bella Peña. Elizabeth Alisa Onofre, summa cum laude. Luis Manuel Moya Torres. Dalila Iris Martinez Lopez. Ivan Wilfredo Maldonado. Patricia Magdaleno. Daniela Madrigal, magna cum laude. Anuolua Esther Ogunwusi, cum laude. Cynthia Diana Valencia. Let us now congratulate the liberal arts graduates. Receiving the degree Associate of Arts in Social and Behavioral Sciences, Saida Al-Abdul Rauf. Damilare Abdul Salam, cum laude. Maria Guadalupe Aguilera Diaz. Sarah Al-Sakudi. Phoebe Otungbe. Stephanie Guadalupe Ayala. Maya Ivolani Bennett. Mirna Carrillo Rodriguez. Juliana Akili Coleman. Ana Delgado, cum laude. Maria Dominguez Gonzalez. Adrian Juchimaza. Yahaira Escobar. Daisy Farfan. Isabella Flores, cum laude. Shania Fulton Camacho. Tanisha Gomez. Kevin Jair Guzman. Asia Malik Henfield. Vanessa Hernandez. Mariah Hewley. Joanna Intriago. Faiza Feroz Khan. Imani Kumar. Alejandra Lorente Jaramillo. Carlos Marin. Xochitl Martinez. Jada Bopa Mias. Camila Mejia Galvez. Jimena Eunice Milan Dominguez. Alondra Montes de Oca. Melissa Para Ramirez. Guadalupe Perez. Melissa Perez. Ingrid Rivera, cum laude. Kiela Rogers. Atsi Rodriguez. Leslie Giselle Rodriguez. Jonathan Rubio Fuentes. Arlene Sanchez. Kevin Gabriel Sanchez Carizales. William Joseph Schwaring. Kelly Arlene Tovar. Ariadna Yaselin Vasquez. Yoraldi Yepes Vargas. Let us now congratulate the social and behavioral science graduates. And finally, let's give a round of applause for all of our Arrupe graduates.
Congratulations to the class of 2024 graduates from Arrupe College. Please direct your attention to the screen as we stream a video message from the Loyola Alumni Association, followed by remarks from President Mark Reed.
Hello from Chicago. My name is Thad Wong from the class of 1996, and I am co-CEO of At Properties Christie's International Real Estate. I wish you all a big congratulations on one of the greatest accomplishments in your life, your graduation. After graduation, you are automatically welcomed as part of the Loyola University Chicago Alumni Association. It is now my pleasure to turn it over to my fellow alumnus, Dr. Steven Squinto. Dr. Squinto has had a remarkable career in the biotechnology company building and investing space. Speaking to you from Palm Beach, Florida, Dr. Steven Squinto.
Thanks, Thad, and congratulations to all of our graduates. I graduated from Loyola with 2 degrees. I am currently with JP Morgan Asset Management. I serve as the Chief Investment Officer and the Managing Partner of our newly created Light Sciences Private Capital Group. Loyola's goal is to find a meaningful way for all of our alumni to remain engaged with the university. For example, you can stay connected through Loyola's mentorship program, Loyola Linked. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Glennis Green. Dr. Green serves as the co-founder and executive director of the Black Researchers Collective. She joins us from Chicago, Illinois.
Thank you, Dr. Squinto, and congratulations, everyone. My name is Dr. Glennis Green, aka Dr. G, and I'm a 2009 graduate from the College of Arts and Sciences. A great way to stay in touch with Loyola is to keep in contact with professors and staff or attend one of the many alumni events. There will always be a way for you to stay connected. There are regional Rambler communities that you can be a part of, including in San Francisco, home of Reach Capital, co-founder and Loyola alum Jennifer Caroline. Jennifer taught in traditional public schools for 7 years, pursued an MA in education from Stanford, then went on to learn the craft of venture capital for almost a decade before co-founding Reach Capital.
Thank you so much, Dr. Green. I graduated from Loyola in 1997 from the College of Arts and Sciences. I'm a co-founder and partner at Reach Capital. Loyola was the first real mission-driven organization that I was a part of, and it had a major impact on my career, including the founding of Reach, a mission-driven venture fund focused on education. And it is so important to remain part of our community. So let's stay in touch. I urge you to take full advantage of these opportunities. Congratulations again on your graduation from Loyola University Chicago. You should be very proud. The best is yet to come. Go Ramblers!
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and on behalf of the faculty, staff, and the entire Loyola University Chicago community, I offer you my heartfelt and deepest congratulations on this special day. And I want to extend a special welcome, of course, to all the family and friends that are here in person joining us, and all those who are also watching the live feed. Now, I think everybody knows for the last couple weeks there's been a lot of competition going on over in Paris as the Olympics have been taking place. It's a wonderful couple weeks of competition, but there's been another competition that's been taking place since May here at Loyola, because this is the 13th and final commencement ceremony for the academic year. And the competition has been which of the ceremonies can make the most noise. Now, I have to say, when the ceremony began, I thought, well, I don't know, this seems like a pretty solemn crowd. They seem to be well-behaved, very attentive to our wonderful speakers. And I thought, And then Dr. Woods gives those instructions, which I know everyone's going to ignore, which is, please don't make any noise, et cetera, et cetera. And then you started to make some noise, and I thought, they may have a shot. Now, this may be one of the smaller colleges and schools that we have, yet based on my experience from the past, this school can outperform. So you've been good, you've been quiet, you've cheered for your graduates, but now make as much noise as you want. Okay, now that was good, particularly the second wave, but I got to tell you, the medical school has you beat so far, all right? You get one more shot at it. Graduates, get into it as well. Make as much noise as you can. Same thing happened this year that happened last year. It's a tie. Now, driving to campus today, I did a little calculation in my head. This is the 40th graduation ceremony that I have had the pleasure and privilege to serve as a university president. It's a lot of graduation ceremonies when you think about it. I've attended a lot more than that because I wasn't always a university president. And there's a few things, though, that always come to mind from the vantage point that I have, whether it's standing here and greeting or shaking the hand of every graduate or speaking to you or listening to our speakers, and just having the view that I am fortunate to have. And that is the joy, the smiles, the tears, perhaps even a little apprehension, a little fear that I can detect in people because this part is done and now you're going on to the next part. But for all of us here at Loyola, the faculty and staff, those who are here today and those who are not here but are with us in spirit, thank you. Thank you to the graduates. This is why we do what it is that we do. And it is always a blessed and joyful and privileged reminder that we are so fortunate to be able to do what it is that we do. So I want to thank you for that. And the other thing I want to say to this particular set of graduates, as the university president, most of you probably have no idea who I am. Never saw my face before today. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. And some of you I do know. But I talk about you a lot. That you probably don't know. One of the responsibilities that I have, one of the privileges that I have, is to promote and to talk about this university in a variety of different places. And there's a lot to talk about with Loyola University Chicago. We have Sister Jean. I get asked about her a lot. We have a great basketball team. I get asked about that a lot. We have excellent faculty doing all kinds of interesting research. I get asked about that a lot. I get asked about the medical school. I can talk about the law school, the College of Arts and Sciences. One of the challenges with those alumni videos is they could go on for hours because we have hundreds, thousands of people that we could showcase to you that are doing all kinds of interesting things. But I talk about you a lot, and people ask me a lot of questions about you. Arrupe College is almost 10 years old, but it's the model. It's the model that a handful of other colleges and universities around the country have picked up on and have started colleges of their own in the same spirit and image of Arrupe College. So if I'm sitting in the halls, as I have in Washington, D.C., with our senators of Illinois, Senators Durbin and Duckworth, they ask me about you. Now, you heard from our speakers today some wonderful reflections, challenges, and more. And so it can be a little bit pressure-packed to feel that all these people are talking about you, are looking at you, have high expectations of you. But that's part of the job, and that's life, and that's a joy, and that's a privilege, and that's a responsibility that you all get to now have. Some of you are already continuing your studies or will be continuing your studies towards a bachelor's degree. Others are going to work full-time. Some of you will go back later for additional studies. But you're all, and always will be, graduates of Arrupe College and Loyola University Chicago. Congratulations. I have two final things to do, and this time I'll follow my program to do them. Graduates, I ask you to please stand. And I ask you, graduates, to turn around and face the people behind you and above you and those watching on the live feed and give them a grateful round of applause. These are the people that have been dreaming of this day for most of your lives. These are the people that have sustained and supported you. So give them a wave, give them a shout out, and give them a thanks. Now, graduates, I ask that you stay exactly where you are, facing where you are, and I ask everyone else who is here today, if you are able, to please stand and join me. And to join me in a special blessing over our graduates. The words will appear on the screen behind me. They're also in your program in the back page. And I invite you to extend a hand or both over our graduates and say with me, may God bless you and sustain you on this your graduation day. May the Creator of this vast universe keep you safe as you go forth from this place that has nourished your mind and your soul. And may the Almighty look down upon you and give you success in all your endeavors, courage in all your struggles and challenges, understanding in all that is new to you, wisdom to choose what is right and do what is good, perseverance in all you undertake, serenity and peace in the knowledge that you are not alone, that you are loved. And may the Lord of all look kindly upon you this day and forever. Amen. Congratulations, Arrupe College graduates. Okay, graduates, you can turn around now.
It is now my privilege to invite Ms. Madeline Rose Morrison back to the stage to lead the community in the Loyola University alma mater.
Hail to you, all praise to you, Loyola, Loyola. Voices strong, our alma mater, hail. Sons and daughters everywhere, Loyola, Loyola. Pledge to you our love will never fail. So we rise to honor you, Loyola, Loyola. God be with you, our alma mater, hail.
Thank you to our talented musicians. Let's give them a round of applause. We ask that the audience please be seated until the recessional from the stage and the graduates have left the auditorium. Following the recessional, please join the graduates for a reception on the East Quad.